The world hadn't become safer. She'd become harder to manipulate. The first sign of real change wasn't confidence, it was silence. Someone raised their voice at her in a parking lot over a space she had already pulled into. Old reflex would have kicked in, heart racing, apology forming, body preparing to retreat. That reflex still showed up, but now there was a gap, a pause so small no one else could see it. Inside that pause, she noticed details she had never noticed before. His breathing was shallow, his words were sloppy, his anger wasn't aimed at her, it was looking for a place to land. That mattered. She stayed seated in the car, hands on the wheel, window cracked just enough to be heard. "I'm not engaging with this," she said, calm, flat, finished, no explanation, no defense. The man stood there for a second, confused. Then he muttered something and walked away. Her heart pounded, but her mind stayed clear. Later, she realized something unsettling. The world hadn't become safer. She had become harder to manipulate. In her next coaching session, she told him what happened. She expected praise, validation, something dramatic. Instead, he nodded once. "That pause," he said, "that's awareness becoming trained." She frowned. It didn't feel heroic. "Good," he replied. "Heroics are expensive. Discipline is cheap." That line stuck. She began to notice how often people relied on emotional pressure to get compliance. Guilt, urgency, volume, authority. Familiar tactics, once invisible, now obvious. At work, she stopped answering questions immediately. She let silence do some of the work. People revealed more when she didn't rush to fill space. With family, she stopped over-explaining her choices. Some relationships tightened, others fell away entirely. That hurt more than she expected. She brought that up next. "Why does it feel lonelier now?" she asked. "Because clarity reduces crowds," he said. "Not everyone benefits from your awareness." That was the hardest lesson yet. Standing up had changed the external threats. Awareness was changing the internal ones. She caught herself before self-betrayal now. Mid-sentence sometimes, mid-step. She would stop, recalibrate, choose again. Not perfectly, but consciously. One evening, journaling like her coach insisted, she wrote a sentence that scared her a little. "I trust myself now, not blindly, not emotionally, functionally." She no longer needed to rehearse arguments in her head. She no longer needed approval to act. She no longer confused intensity with importance. The pause had become automatic, and with it came something quieter than confidence, control, not over others, over herself. Most people think power looks like force. She was learning it looks like timing. Awareness doesn't shout, it waits. And when it moves, it doesn't miss. You don't need more strength. You need more clarity. Observe first, win later.